A cycle has been repeating itself and has taken root even in the body of Christ. I hear the cry and lament of many who have been heartbroken.
Someone is saying,
I had his ring on for 5 years. This was what he said to me.
Sister, the Lord said to me that you are my wife.
I accepted to be in a relationship with him because he said God said so. Little did I know that he was engaged to someone else. The next thing I saw was his wedding card and pre-wedding photos on social media. I was perplexed. He's the music director, and how could he do this?
Someone is saying, I loved her, proposed to her, and she accepted to be in a relationship with me. Little did I know that she loved me for what I had. Her photo was my wallpaper for 3 solid years. One sudden day she said to me with no reasons,
I am no longer interested in this relationship. It's over between us.
And I wondered, how could she do this? She's a minstrel. Someone is saying,
he proposed to me. God gave me the release to say yes. Along the line, I saw danger signals, but I did not let go because God ordained it. Yes, I tabled my fears before him, and he said to me,
oh, sweetheart, do not worry. I will work on it, and in due time, we will get married. I just want some things to be on ground, okay?
Little did I know, I was on a journey to becoming a Jilted. One fateful day, I bumped into his wedding photo. Guess what? He was playing along on my end, and my relationship with him was still ongoing. I was heartbroken and full of pain, for we were 6 years gone in the relationship. I inquired of him if he was married. He said,
really? That is funny. I do not know what you're talking about.
And I thought to myself, but he is an evangelist. How could he do this to me? He just moved on with no excuses or explanations. He blocked the way for others who were interested in me and eventually walked away.
Another person is saying,
he proposed to me and I accepted. One day after church service, in the youth church office, he asked that I kiss him and I said no. And he said to me,
come on, don't be childish. It's just a kiss.
I still insisted. It was not the right thing to do. And even when we are apart, he longs for me. I mean, the youth pastor longs for me. When on the cell phone, he says to me always,
send me a nude picture of yourself.
I always say no. Goodness, how could he be asking me to do that? Does he no longer have the fear of God? I thought to myself, behold, the Red Sea came between us. He walked away, and I was heartbroken, for he was putting me through spiritual things. I found out much later that I was not the only one. He has done the same to some other ladies in church. And so much more is happening. Unbelievable and painful stories of guilt ahead of every day. Therefore, to many who are heartbroken, crying, depressed, and filled with pain,
we come to you with the voice of the Spirit.
Do not be tempted to think it was not God you heard before you stepped into the relationship, when indeed He spoke.
For God speaks, but people change.
Yes, they change, irrespective of their callings, offices, and spiritual positions in church.
Again, cheer up, for God still has good daughters to give to His sons,
and good sons to give to His daughters.
Choose to follow and wait on Him. He will bring your woman.
He will bring your man.
Yes,
His best,
one who will love you as Christ loves the church.
Remember, it is not time to dwell in pain and depression. Neither is it a time to fight. You have learned. Let it be and move.
Direct your energy towards praying. Seek what God is saying now and not what He said before. Give yourself a chance to love and be loved again.
To those who are in or yet to be in a relationship, we say,
no one can hear God for you like you will hear Him for yourself.
So do not be carried away and deceived by God's said. You must know God's mind too. Remember, when you see danger signals, do not ignore. Go to God again, ask questions, and if He says let it go, do let the relationship go. Ensure you are not engaging in illicit sexual activities, for when such a relationship breaks, it brings more pain.
And to those in the business of jilting, breaking hearts and causing pains, we say to you, love is enough. Yes, it has to be enough. Enough in all its fullness and capable of enabling one see beyond the physical, reaching for the end of the spiritual.
But the brother
And the sister, who has broken the hearts of several, does not see it that way.
Brother, do not be lost in the mirage of lust and think that you have to test the waters before finding the perfect sister.
Sister, do not be lost in the lust of material things and think you have to say yes to every brother to satisfy your lust. Quit giving an impression that there are no good brothers and sisters in church.
Yes, the church, as it is often said, is a hospital. However, we should have more cured patients than sick ones. Else, we are not making any real progress, and the whole process is a waste of time.
A lot of times I've heard that time waits for no man. It is time for the youth to wake up to the realization that we need to have esteem for each other. We need to see each other through God's eyes. Remember, a crack often creates more cracks. Thus, broken women and men will create more broken men and women. The jilting circle has to stop, else we fall.